What up, boxing world? JF Sports. Miguel Cotto versus Saul Canelo Alvarez is official. Today, news came out. November 21st, indeed, Cotto versus Canelo, Mandalay Bay, Las Vegas. 21st of November. Here we are. This fight. Oh man, it's gonna be big. If not, it's gonna be the biggest of year 2015. Now, 2015, we had a lot of great fights, a lot of big fights, and it's just getting better. You know what I mean? Cotto versus Canelo is a long anticipated fight. A lot of people been waiting for this fight to happen. Like I said before, when you got Mexican and Puerto Rican fighting, it's gonna be massive. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if pay-per-view hit at least million, if not close to 2 million pay-per-view buys. It's gonna be massive, folks. I'm telling you, it's gonna be more news articles and rumors is gonna come out, and it's just getting better. You know, as I said before, this is somewhat of an audition to who's gonna fight Golovkin next. Golovkin's fighting Lemieux, and then after that it should be whoever wins the fight of Canelo and Cotto. Now, this is somewhat of a fight of a young versus a veteran. Canelo is 10 years younger than Cotto. Canelo's about, what, 25 years old, and Cotto's, what, 35 years old. But I don't see Cotto, you know, with his last 3 fights, he didn't act like he's been in the game so long. You know, he's knocked out all 3 of his opponents, from Delvin Rodriguez to Sergio Martinez to what's his name, to Daniel Gill. You know, on the other hand, you got Canelo Alvarez, which won, obviously, you know, 3 of his last fights, and 2 of them which is also KOs. Most notable one was with Kirkland. He knocked out Kirkland brutal, cold. I mean, it was impressive. And as a matter of fact, right after that fight, you know, the Cotto and Golovkin talk was out there right away. So both fighters are explosive. Cotto and Canelo, you're gonna expect some bombs, man. You're gonna expect some really toe-to-toe type exchange punches. I mean, you name it. You know, I don't see somebody running away from this fight, that's for sure. You know, I see Cotto training hard for this one, and so is Canelo. You know, it's a title shot, so obviously Cotto is the defending title, and so Canelo Alvarez is looking to take that away from him. So where do you start? Where do you start? You know, Canelo, Cotto, they're both great fighters. You know, the only really notable similarity of this opponent is that both fighters fought Floyd Mayweather before and lost to him. But other than that, they have you know, bounced back from that loss to Mayweather and been knocking out guys ever since. I mean, what else can you say about them? I mean, you know, they're both pay-per-view sensations. They're both champions. They both, you know, pretty much fought everybody except for Canelo. Canelo's not fought, you know, Manny Pacquiao yet, and Cotto did already. But Canelo is a little heavier dude, you know, a little bigger guy than Cotto. But that don't matter. You know what I mean? Shit. You know, Cotto, Canelo, you name it. This fight could go either way. You know, like I said, all the YouTube channels, the media, the social medias, you know, sportscasters, sports analysts, everybody's gonna make their predictions sooner or later. But it's gonna be a tough one, to be honest with you guys. It's gonna be a tough one to predict this one. I mean, obviously, if you're, you know, if you're Mexican, you're gonna root for Canelo, and if you're Puerto Rican, you're gonna root for Miguel Cotto. But you know, Mexico, Puerto Rico, and you got U.S., UK. I mean, around the world, you know, you got, I mean, obviously, Cotto's been in the game a little longer, and he's fought the best. And like I said, he's the most veteran out of 2. But Canelo is no stranger when it comes to pay-per-view and when it comes to fans, you know. Saul Canelo Alvarez, man, that's like the new golden boy of Mexico, you know, after De La Hoya. You can only imagine, man, what's going to happen in this fight, you know, as we get closer. You know, you got press conferences, you might have, you know, all access or 24/7, something of that nature. A lot of things, you know, he's going to be busy. I mean, every boxing fans around the world is probably waiting for this fight. And like I said in the beginning, you know, we know that this fight was going to happen. We just didn't know when, you know, because there was a chance there that Cotto was going to fight somebody else. There was a chance that Canelo was going to fight somebody else before they actually fought each other. And obviously Canelo was not just going to jump. Even De La Hoya didn't think so, that Canelo was just going to jump to Golovkin right after he won impressively against Kirkland. And Cotto, as he said in a post-fight interview, even though he was criticized, you know, he said, I'll fight anybody, I don't care, you know, Canelo, Golovkin, it doesn't matter to me, you know. But also, as some critics said, that, you know, Cotto is being somewhat of a, you know, retirement mindset now. You know, he's fighting, you know, only pay-per-view sensation fighters or opponents, that is. And not only that, Canelo Alvarez is also a pay-per-view sensation, he's also a very solid fighter. So, you know, you can get knocked out with one punch with that dude. But also Cotto, he's been there, done that. He's been knocked down, I mean, you name it, you know what I'm saying? So he's not a stranger to this kind of fights. He knows the magnitude of this fight, of what he needs to prepare for, or how he prepares for this kind of fights, you know, especially fighting a younger dude, a very young dude. Canelo Alvarez is full of energy. And not to mention, he's 10 years younger than him. So, you know, he got all the talent, the energy, the explosion, you name it, you know. So it's kind of hard. It's really, really hard. It's tough to predict this one, who's going to fight. But eventually, sooner or later, I'll make my prediction. So does other boxing channels. So does the media. But, you know what I'm wondering, though, is what is the line, a betting line, going to be? You know what I mean? Because, like I said, yes, probably Cotto is going to be a little bit, you know, in favor to win this fight. But how much? You know what I mean? How much is it, you know? Is it going to be minus 150, minus 200? I mean, or is it going to be even? I mean, you could go either way. You know, you could go anywhere. You could go anyway. So, unreal. It's finally announced, like I said, November 21st, Mandalay Bay, Las Vegas is going to be packed. It's going to be packed. I mean, you got Mayweather fighting, what's his face? Berto, September. And then you got Golovkin fighting Lemieux, October. I mean, every month there's a big ass fight, you know. And not to mention, they already said that the undercard of Cotto versus Canelo is going to be solid. So we're waiting for that too. It's going to be massive, people. Man, he might be bigger than Mayweather versus Pacquiao. Shit, that's the saying. I'm just saying. I mean, it's not gonna be big, you know, like the pay-per-view type. I'm talking about, like, you know, the fight itself. It's gonna be more exciting. It's gonna be much bigger, and, you know, like I said, it could be close to what Mayweather versus Pacquiao hype was. You know, it's gonna be close, if not better. You know, but it's probably gonna be a much better fight than the Mayweather Pacquiao. That's for sure. Unless somebody gets knocked out in the first round, you know what I mean? You know, then, man, we need more. We want more, you know. We want to see more. But, hey, anything can happen, you know. Canelo is well capable of knocking anybody, you know what I'm saying? Anybody on the first round. And so does Cotto, you know. Like I said, Cotto has knocked out 3 of his last opponents, man. Shoot. And, obviously, shout out to Freddie Roach for taking care of Cotto for doing that. And you got Canelo that's got a great people behind him, to include, you know, the Hall of Famer De La Hoya. So they know how to prepare for the fights like this. And I mean, to be honest, I mean, you got Golovkin just waiting there, you know what I'm saying, waiting, who who's gonna win this fight, and obviously Golovkin is gonna watch the fight. He's gonna be in the ringside. I guarantee you. You know what I mean? He's not gonna miss this one. You know. So huge. Canelo Cotto. Jesus Christ, that's a big fight, bros. That is a big fight. So, but yeah, there you go, guys. You know, it's official. It's announced. 21st November, Mandalay Bay, Las Vegas. Cotto versus Canelo. Let me know what you guys think. It's gonna be explosive. If there's, like I said, if there's anything that's to look forward for in 2015, that would be the one. That would be the one. I'm definitely supporting the fight. I'm definitely buying the pay-per-view. And like I said, let me know what you guys think. First look. Drop me a comment. You guys take care. Talk to you in the next one. Peace.